Welcome back to The Beast Within. I'm your host, Aaron Saltzman. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this with somebody you love if you haven't already, because I promise you these beasts are not only going to help you thrive, it's going to help your loved ones succeed as well and reach their fullest potential. Listen, what if I told you that the most successful, fit, and productive people in the world have the same 24 hours as you? Because guess what? They do. The difference isn't how much time they have, it's actually in how they use it. Today we're taking down one of the biggest beasts that is known to man that I truly believe will put you light years ahead of where you are today. In this beast, the I don't have enough time beast. Trust me, this thing is sneaky. It's played a big role in my life, and I know it's affected all of you in yours. It's the reason why we skip workouts, put off meal prepping, ignore self-care, and let our dreams collect dust. But today, we're exposing it. We're going to bring it to light. We're breaking it down, and by the end of this, you're going to see time completely different. So let's dive into it. Let's expose the beast, the I don't have enough time beast. When does this beast show up? This beast shows up when you say, I don't have time to work out today. I'm too busy. I have meetings all day. I have kids at home that I need to feed. I have a line of list of activity that comes first. You are now prioritizing that list before you prioritize your workouts. I don't have time to cook. There is no excuse and reasons to either cook your food, order healthy food, and plan ahead of time. This is the thing. When it comes to I don't have time to cook, you are putting yourself in a mindset to, I don't have time to cook. I'm going to go grab what's convenient. I'm going to stop at McDonald's. I'm going to order something unhealthy because I don't have the time. I don't have time to start that business. This is a big one that many of us face because so many of us have brilliant ideas that we want to bring to life. But it's I don't have time. I work a 9 to 5. I'm exhausted when I get off. Look, I hear you, but what I want you to understand is the 9 to 5 is just your everyday paycheck. That's what keeps the lights on. The 6 to 10, that's when your success happens, right? That's when whatever you want to bring to life, if you really want it, that's when you're going to achieve it. So stop saying you don't have time. The time is an excuse for you to not do what you're supposed to do. The one that affected me for so long was that I didn't have time for self-care in a sense of mental. I didn't have time to read. I didn't have time to meditate. I didn't have time to even breathe is what it felt like. But what I was doing is I was making an excuse and putting a cap on my actual full potential. Because without those things, without working on the mind, you're not going to get the physical right. And you're not going to open up even the idea that you do have more time than you believe you do. See, it makes you believe that your schedule is already maxed out. This inner beast tells you, my to-do list is never ending. And guess what? Your to-do list will always be never ending. It's supposed to be that way, but you have to fit in the time for the things that matter the most. And finding that extra time is possible. You see, this beast speaks the loudest when you're avoiding something hard. Going to the gym is not easy. Working out is not easy, right? But it's not even the actual physical part that's not easy. It's the mental part to actually get there, to persuade yourself to walk into the door. So you see, this beast, it thrives when you're dodging discomfort, convincing you to put off what actually truly matters. See, the lie that you're telling yourself is I don't have enough time. The truth, you do. It's just being used in ways that you don't even realize. So what I want you guys to practice is stop saying you don't have the time. Instead, say I don't have the discipline. I don't have the structure. I don't have the right habits in place. See, by not using the excuse that you don't have time, now you're gonna look at this a hell of a lot different because now you're taking responsibility. And when you take responsibility for things is the only time that you can take action on these things. If you tell yourself, I just don't have time, right? I'm too busy, my schedule's through the roof, work's too difficult, I don't have time to make it. And we're not just talking the gym, guys. We're talking this in everything in life, okay? Now, I don't have time to go out there and date. I don't have time to go out and meditate. I don't have time to go on this hike. Whatever it may be, you have to understand that you have to get the excuses away. Stop making the excuse and start taking responsibility. It's you don't have the discipline. You don't have the habits. That's all it is. It's as simple as that. Somebody very famous right now, played at the Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar. He is killing the game in rap. He is at the top of his peak when it comes to rap. He is above everybody else right now. Well, he has a song out right now called TV Off. And in this song, one of his lyrics states, "We got the same 24, what you mad for? Turn the TV off, turn the TV off." And a common theme in his music is shutting out noise, shutting out TV, shutting out social media, and staying focused on what matters in order for him to have the success that he has ultimately put himself in a place to earn. So it's important to mirror the people that you look at as successful in whatever craft it is that they're in. Because just because he's in the rap game and you're not trying to be a famous rapper, right? You're not spitting out lyrics or killing the game in the rap industry. You see, it's the same skeleton with different skin. Whatever it is you're chasing, whatever goal you're after, whatever field you're in, whatever craft that you're trying to design, it's the same skeleton. It's just different skin. Meaning he has created the discipline to turn that fucking TV off. He's created the discipline to show up when he needs to show up and do what he needs to do in order to be where he is at. And so I challenge you to flip the script on the communication that you use with yourself. Because when you are telling yourself that I don't have time, that's exactly what you have. You don't have the time. But if you look at it as more so, I don't have the discipline, well, that's something now tangible. That's something you can work on. You can work on your discipline. You can work on your daily habits. So Kendrick Lamar, with his daily habits, has defeated the I don't have time beast. Will you follow in the footsteps and will you be at the top of your game? I mean, only time will tell. So why do we feel like we don't have enough time? Where the fuck is this time going? Where are we putting this time to where, look, we all got 24 hours, like Kendrick said. You know, what are you mad for? Where's yours going? You know, we have our essentials, right? We have work, we have sleep, we have maybe a little bit of downtime for ourselves, or at least time to get yourself prepared for the next day to come. We have family time, right? So these are all things that are essential, and I expect that. But where are the other hours going, right? So one thing that a lot of us are dedicating our time to, it's leaking time, right? So think of a faucet. So instead of turning the faucet off and allowing it to not drain, it's just dripping, and it's just slowly dripping our time. And so these hours get drained by many different things, like mindlessly scrolling on your phone, right? Mindlessly, this can last for hours. Mindlessly scrolling on Instagram, binge watching your favorite TV shows, Netflix, right? This is what everybody thinks is like, I got off of work, I had a hard day, I need some me time, I gotta drain, you know, I gotta recharge my battery. Well, guess what? Netflix isn't recharging your battery, right? The only battery you're charging is Netflix's pockets, right? That you're just giving them money. You're not recharging anything by doing this. You're actually procrastinating. So we tell ourselves that we need this downtime, but let's be real. What's the real way to recover? Sleep. Sleep is for yourself. Educating yourself, reading is for yourself. Meditation is for yourself. This is that stopping that leak, because now you're doing things that are going to better yourself. These things are not wasting time. It's not procrastination, and it's going to actually recharge your battery for the next day. The problem is we think recharging means stopping. We think recharging means cutting everything out, when in all reality, recharging is building yourself up, building up your battery again to work at its optimal potential the next day. So what we need to focus on is, instead of escaping life, start embracing practices that fuel your long-term success. So the next reason why we think that we don't have enough time is low energy management. So running on empty. So there's a couple of things that play a key role here. And, you know, I'm going to reiterate this to the death of me, because I see it every day with clients of mine. And I see it, and I want to call it out so badly, because this needs to be known that what causes low energy? Lack of sleep. Well, what causes lack of sleep? Staying up so fucking late. By staying up late, the next day, you are going to be tired, drained, mind's not going to work sharply. Another avenue is drinking alcohol. There is no benefit to drinking alcohol. At least not to reaching your fullest potential. If we're talking about the beast within, and we're talking about reaching that optimal you, if we're talking about reaching the Kendrick Lamar status, there is no drinking that should be involved, because this is only setting you back. There's no benefit of it. 1, it's going to fuck up your sleep. 2, it's going to keep you out late at night. 3, we all know it's going to make you feel like absolute shit. the next day. So with these things in mind, these things are what's stealing your time. It's not that, again, it's not that you don't have the time. It's what are you using this time for? So you're waking up exhausted, you're dragging ass all day, and you're feeling unproductive. Usually the reason why is because of what you have done the day before. It's your energy is shot. You are allowing your cup to overfill because you're not allowing it to drain during the nighttime whenever you're supposed to be draining. This is a big one. I think everybody really needs to dive into this. Sleep is essential because energy creates more energy. The more energy you have, the more energy you're going to give to others, the more you're going to provide for yourself, the more you're going to step into the world of bettering your fullest potential. The next one on the list that I have is lack of priority. What are your priorities? Check them out. Literally, I'm truthfully guilty of this myself. I live on a task list. I have a list in my phone that I just sit there and cross off. Add 5 more, cross one off. Add 5 more, cross one off. Of course, I don't have time to do things that I need to be doing if my list is never ending and if I don't prioritize what it is that I need to be doing. For instance, if it was up to me on my list, my workouts would never get done. But I prioritize my workouts. They mean too much to me that it's a non-negotiable that I sign up into that gym every single fucking day. It's a non-negotiable. Like Kobe Bryant said himself, there's a contract that I sign with myself mentally that I will show up for myself in those ways every single day. No matter what comes onto my list, no matter what I have to do as a business owner, as a leader, I will, no matter what, get the job done that needs to be done because I have prioritized it. So I ask of you, what are you prioritizing in your life? Are you prioritizing your fitness? Are you prioritizing your health? Or are you prioritizing the fact that you need a little bit of a break that night? That you need that Netflix, that you need that McDonald's. You know, we really have to check ourselves. And for me, it was, damn it, Aaron, like what's important to you, right? Like if I want to be this leader, if I want to be this person in fitness who drives others, well, I got to walk the walk. So maybe this list isn't priority. Maybe Aaron is priority. Aaron comes first, list comes second. Do I get my shit done still? Yes. After I do what I know needs to be done for myself. The only way I can work is, I'm working with a coach myself on efficiency, right? So we need to learn to be efficient and prioritize what matters. And we're working right now with my efficiency in the business. And what comes first? We have different buckets. The absolute musts, the hots, the colds, and then what can wait. And you need to do this with your life. Figure out what is priority number 1, what's priority number 2, and maybe what can wait. And maybe we need to let ourselves put down these things that we're doing that is stopping you from crossing things off of your list. And again, that being social media, Netflix, and everything above. The one that affected me the most, that I'm going to speak of kind of highly here, is saying yes to everything. So I am guilty as fuck from this in a life that anytime anybody asked me for something, I felt like I had to say yes. I felt like I had to for my business. I had to say yes to everything. Every client, every need, every hour, every client. Listen, if you give an inch, they're going to take a mile, and not on purpose. It's just you're giving it. So they're going to take, right? So I used to work crazy stupid hours. I used to train at 9 p.m. at night because a client had to train at that time, and I was so afraid to tell this client no. By being a yes man, I mean, this goes back to the movie with Jim Carrey, right? Where he's just yes to everything. But in real reality, that's a positive movie. But what it doesn't tell you is that when you say yes to everything, you leave room for nothing. And what I mean by that is if you're putting everything on your plate, eventually your plate's going to get full and you will not have room to prioritize what needs to be prioritized. So if you say yes to everything, all of a sudden, the gym, it's probably not going to be on that plate because you've said yes to 90% of other things. Yes, I'll work on that project. Yes, I'll go out to dinner with you. Yes, let's go grab drinks. The list goes on and on. And so I want you to start practicing no. I want you to start saying no for yourself. So in order to do this, it's simple. We have to be able to prioritize ourselves, love ourselves enough, and prioritize our time over others, right? So their list is their list. They're prioritizing them no matter what. So by being a yes man, you're really working for them versus working for yourself. And so this is one that I really want you to dive into. The more you say yes, the more people are going to ask. The more you take on, the more you're going to burn out. And guess what happens on burnout is all of a sudden it flips back to, I don't have enough time. So respect your time, because time is the real currency to success. Money buys things. Time creates opportunity. The more you burn out, the less you're going to actually give yourself on that time scale. So you can't give to everybody. And saying no is actually going to help benefit your goal. So a matter of fact, I want you to say no more than you say yes, because this not only gives you more time back, it gives you your respect back. And when you have respect for yourself, it's so much easier to progress in life. So that's the main one that I want you guys to work on. And stop waiting for the fucking perfect time, because this does not exist. Perfect time never exists. You will never have the perfect time. You will always be busy. You will always have things going on in your life. And if you don't, then you're either dead or retired and wishing that you had things to add to your list, because that's what we are in society. We thrive off of work and growth and bettering ourselves. So the fucking I'll start Monday crowds drive me crazy. I'll start when I have more time. I'll start when I have more money. Look, this is never going to happen. Waiting for the perfect time is a death sentence to your goals. So please stop waiting for the perfect time and just start now. You have the time, utilize it correctly. Look, every big change feels uncomfortable at first. Anything that you're going to add to your life is going to add difficulty. It's going to add stress. Change is difficult. Going to the gym is hard until it isn't. Going to bed at 9 p.m. is hard until it isn't. But you know what's even harder is waking up years later realizing you're in the exact same place because you kept waiting for the right time. So start now. Literally, get the fuck up right now. Start right now. Actually, no, hold up. Let's finish this podcast first, because there's many more gems to come, so I don't want you guys to miss anything. But when this podcast is done, get up and start right now. So some of the strategies I want to put into place is taking control of your 24 hours. Listen, you have 168 hours a week. Let's put it to an audit. Let's put it to a test. So again, back to my mentor for business. What does she have me do? She has me write down everything that I do from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. What am I doing? What does my day look like? And is it working efficiently? So she is an efficiency guru, and that's what I want you to become with your week. You have 168 hours in a week. Okay, where's that time going? Track it. I reiterate all the fucking time. Write everything down. Where is this time going? Your work, your sleep, your workouts, and your scrolling habits, your Netflix, spending time out with your friends. And it's okay that you do these things, but let's find out how much time you're actually spending on it. Because once you see it on paper is when you realize where the misses are at. Oh man, I'm spending, 14 hours a week on Netflix. Man, what could I be doing with 14 hours a week? Oh, I'm sleeping only 5.5 hours a day. Well, man, if I cut Netflix by 2 hours a night, all of a sudden I'm at 7.5 hours. So you see where I'm going with this is let's audit our own time and find out where changes can be made and accept that they need to be made, right? Again, we're going to stop making the excuse that you don't have time, and we're going to start auditing and allowing this to be the proof in the pudding of what needs to change. So another one is mastering your routine. Now, so many people out there, especially on social media and YouTube and everything, and people that have been very successful, over preach a morning routine. You have to have it. These 2 hours, you got to do this, you got to do that. Look, I'm all for it. Trust me. Morning routine to me is everything. You need it. I mean, in a sense of it keeps you, for me, it keeps me balanced, and it allows me to mentally check myself before my day starts. But is it really needed? The answer is it's up to you, right? I mean, it's your audit. It's your 24 hours. So if you can be productive enough by sleeping in and not doing anything in the morning and going directly to work, then great, do it. If you get more sleep and that's your productivity level right there, because you got more sleep, you're going to be more productive, then sleep in by all means. But if you are sleeping in and then waking up and not being productive or feeling behind and constantly feeling like you're playing catch up or in a bad mood because you didn't get in your mental work or your therapy or your cardio, whatever it is, right? So again, I'm not telling you you have to have this unbelievable perfect routine in the morning. What I'm telling you is find the routine that works best for you, that keeps you on task. Okay, so there's many people. Alex Hermosi, for instance, I talk about him a lot on this podcast. He talks about he doesn't have a morning routine. He does better under the line of fire that he gets his 8 hours, 9 hours of sleep every day, and he wakes up and goes directly to work, and he's more productive that way. So again, a routine doesn't have to be in the morning. Find your routine. What works best for you? Some people morning works best because they get all the hard stuff out of the way early, and then there's no excuse later in the day, right? If you get all the hard work done early, now there is no excuse of I don't have time, because you made time. You made time in the beginning of your day. And so that right there, again, is up to you. What works for you? Find it. If you need your 9 hours, by all means, get your 9 hours. That is, again, it's your ability to do what is necessary for you to succeed. Eliminating time thieves. So the things that steal your time is one of the biggest ones in this day is social media. Social media should be used as a growth and not a thief, meaning post on social media. Use it to benefit you versus using it as a thief to benefit for somebody else. That person that you're watching, that you're scrolling, that you're enjoying and investing your time in, well, guess what? It's a thief of your time. They are stealing your time. So set boundaries for yourself. Add restriction, right? I will only be scrolling on social media 20 minutes. I'm going to set an alarm. This is my 20 minutes. That's it. I'm not going to go more than this because we know this rabbit hole can go deep. You can end up on this social media platform for 2 hours and then all of a sudden you wake up out of this funk that you're in. You're like, oh my God, what did that it's 2 a.m.? Oh my God, what am I doing? Right? So eliminating time thieves, junk habits, right? Alcohol, junk food. These are thieves because they put you in a bad mindset. They steal your ability to perform at your highest level. So eliminating these time thieves is something that I want to have you focus on a daily basis. Find out what is taking your energy and killing your productivity. Minimize it. Am I asking you to get rid of it all? I would hope so, but I'm not going to ask of that off the bat. I'm going to tell you to minimize it. Minimize your social media, minimize your Netflix, minimize your alcohol, minimize the time that you spend at bars, minimize anything that's getting in your way from having the availability of time. Because we create the time, the extra time. It's not that somebody gets 27 hours in a day. No, we create 3 extra hours in the 24 hours that we're given. My last ones that I have is make workouts and nutrition and anything health and wellness a non-negotiable. Look, if you don't have the time, find the time. We just talked about ways to open up time because the gym, nutrition, everything like that will not only be better for you, not only help you reach your goal, not only help you live a healthier lifestyle, but trust me when I say it helps build the discipline. By showing up for yourself, now you have created the ability to have that voice in your head saying, okay, I need to clock in. Okay, I need to go to the gym, I need to clock in, right? Okay, I need to eat something healthy, clocking in. And by creating this clock in habit, it's going to stick with you in everything that you do, right? 9:30 p.m. comes around and you got to wake up at 6. Okay, I'm going to clock in. I got to go to bed, right? So it just allows this inner voice, a healthy inner voice, if you will, versus these beasts that we are fighting, this, I don't have time beast. Well, now we have a healthy beast that we have created in our mind that works for us versus against us. So adding these things in, adding in your workouts, adding in nutrition, and keeping things simple will allow you to prepare and better yourself for what's to come. So put this all in your mind and utilize what I'm coaching you on here as ability to grow and take care of yourself, because the more you take care of yourself, the better you feel about yourself. The better you feel about yourself, the more you're going to want to do these things. And I've come to a point in my life where that is what I've created. Is for the longest time, it was like pulling teeth, right? Having to do this, it felt like a chore. I felt like I had to, I was like forcing myself to be disciplined, and it sucked. It's like, I don't want to go to bed at 9:30. Well, now I love going to bed at 9:30. I feel better about myself. I'm doing something for myself versus spending my energy doing something else. So utilize these tools as a way to first acknowledge where you're at, to take responsibility for where you're at, and to put yourself in a position to succeed. So again, audit your time, audit your to-do list, audit what habits that you're doing in the week that are really cutting you short on your time, and replace it with something productive. Replace it with something that is going to ultimately get you to the goal that you're searching for. Because I can make a promise to you right now that if you keep making these excuses to yourself, you keep telling yourself, I don't have the time, or I don't have the energy, or I don't have this, I don't have that, then you're not going to have your success. And that's the truth. The truth is you have to give up the excuses in order to reach your fullest potential. So asking you here today to give up the excuse that you're fighting. Lean into the action that is necessary to defeat this inner beast of the I don't have time. And I promise you'll come out better on the other side. So use the beast within, use me and the tools that I've given you here today to better yourself and work towards eliminating the idea that you don't have the time. Because the truth is you do. You have the same 24 hours as I do. You have the same 24 hours as Kendrick Lamar does. So what are you going to do with it is the question. Again, my name is Aaron Saltzman. This is the Beast Within. We have conquered the ability to fight the action of I do not have enough time today, and we are putting that beast to rest. Please join us again for the next episode next week. We will consistently bring in these types of beasts that are going to allow you to reach your full potential and be the best you possible. And again, if you haven't yet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check us out on YouTube, follow us on social media. I promise you, we are going to help you become a better version of yourself. Until next time, keep on performing, question your ability that you do have the time, and we will see you next time.